Good morning, Dalsconies, and welcome to another very special 6:36 Club this Friday morning. This kind of really, I want to say kind of scary Friday morning. Storm Eowyn, if I'm not mistaken, if that's the proper pronunciation of it, is passing through with quite a bit of force this Friday morning. So you're joining us from the eye of the storm. And thank you, everybody who's jumped on already. Let me see, who's first in Facebook? Robert is first in Facebook. Nice to have you, Robert. Andrea, Alexandra, Sharon, and Linda and Denise all joining us. And first on YouTube is Cara Shazzy, the sugar boss, from probably a lot calmer Alice Springs in Australia, and maybe a lot warmer as well. Artemis is on YouTube. Thank you, everybody. Good morning and welcome. We are safe and sound, thankfully, here in the animal shed. As you can see, Bruce with his ears back. Oh, he just spat on Kinder. Bruce, how rude of you. And look at these two. They're very pleased to see us this morning. We've got Polo, Dennis, Miracle's out, still with her little bald nose. Miracle's not looking as dry as it was. Annie's here. Annie, this as much as I can hear. We have got a pile. Sorry, that sounded bad, didn't it? We have got a whole load of donkey treats have been delivered over the past week or so. And thank you so much to anybody who sent them in. We have got stud muffins, you know, the ones the donkeys really love. And we've got these blueberry treats here, Annie. You like that? Yeah? I know you like a little bit of a blueberry treat. Here, Miracle. There you are. Polo, what do you think? Would you like one? Here you are. Here. Dennis, you'll like one, won't you? There you go. Come on then. Polo, there you go. Come on, don't be so fussy. Come on. Come on. That's the girl. Come on. Hurry up before Dennis takes it. Get in. Get in there. There. There you are. And Marvel is out as well, but she's kind of doing her own thing. The goats are very comfortable. Everybody's very comfortable. We've got the door shut down here. Now, we are somewhat in, I wouldn't say, see, he's wanting one of those treats. I wouldn't say we're under a, let me show you what came through last night if I can find it. You never find it when I'm looking for it. Hang on a second. One of these, if you're in the Scotland, or certainly southwest Scotland, now I can't find it. I was going to show you on my phone. We had an emergency alert came through last night at 6 o'clock, and most people in the local area certainly got it. If I can find it. I'm sure it was, let's see. Everybody just say hello. You know that morning in church when the pastor says, just say hello to the next person next to you and those around you. Have a little minute. Right, you lot just have a wee minute to see can I find it. Is it in my photographs? No. If one of the team's on by some miracle, send me it through so I can show everybody. We had an emergency alert, came through 6 o'clock last night. And the phone, anybody with an iPhone, started making this weird, peculiar alarm sound. And we had a warning come through about Storm Eowyn that's on its way through Ireland at the minute, and it's heading this way. Our weather warning started at 6 o'clock this morning. We are on an amber weather warning, which is next up from the yellow. And from 10 o'clock this morning, from here and further north, right up to through the central belt, is on a red weather warning. And it's somewhat of a Dennis is bashing away at my legs here. Somewhat of a state of emergency in the local area. Most businesses, including us, are all closed today. Yes, we're closed. Schools are all closed. Colleges are all closed. Any non-essential council, can't even say it. No, it's not coming out. Are all closed today. And even, I know one of the large supermarkets, one of the ones that we go to in the morning sometimes, is also closed today. Oh, sorry, Spot. Here you are, darling. Here, come on. So yeah, it's a real kind of, we're taking this one really seriously, and really quite scary actually, because it's a bit uneasing. It's a very unusual situation for all these businesses to be closed and it not to be snowing. For not really heavy rain forecast, it's just wind. So we're expecting up to 75 or 80 miles an hour winds here in Dumfries area. Further north, and indeed I think in Ireland, let us know in the comments, and have a look at the comments now. Coming through Ireland at the minute, I think they were expecting up to 100 mile an hour winds. So it is it's something to be taken very seriously. And if you don't need to travel, somebody's waving at us here. We're coming, darling. We're coming. Hey, Fanta. A carrot for you. Or, oh, hang on. Hang on. You'll take a blueberry treat. Spot's not going to like a blueberry treat, are you? No. There you are. You can have that. There you are. Dawn, would you like a blueberry treat? Because Mum's very fussy. Here, you take that for a wee treat. Come on. That's a girl. Come on. Spot. She's spat at Fanta. Now she's eating the blueberry treats as well. Right. Yeah, this is a bit rude of you. Right. Dennis, steady. That's him bashing the phone, by the way. Oh, she lost that one. She found it again. Right, you, Mister, stop it. Right. He thinks because Miracle's out and Annie's out, he's not going to get any. No, stop. Miracle. Wee wee baldy nose. You're right, darling. Looking so good, aren't you? Fanta. Right. Let me take 2 seconds in this very important morning to have a wee look at the comments while you look at Spot and see what's happening out and about. Lawrence, is very wet and windy in Aberdeenshire. You're sitting on top of a beel right now. If you're... Was that... Marilyn's giving a shout out to Trousers next door who's waving for a wee treat. We'll go back to them in a wee second. Let me see. We've got plastic beel wandering about here. We've had rough weather all through the night in Staffordshire and England, wind and rain. I think the worst of it is to come up to this area. It's kind of from here up the way. Very wet and windy in Edinburgh, says Marion. Wind something else here in Dublin, says Pauling. I hope it's passing without any incident. Pauline, who's making that noise? Hang on. Right, okay, we'll come over here with treats before we have it. Come on then. Come on. Here you are. Is this what you're after? Go on, you did a lot of waving and shouting for it. Come on. Come on. You will like them. Come on. Come on. That's a girl. Come on. No. Fanta, you have that. What about a carrot for you? Here. Yes? No. Well, how rude was that? Try that one. Yes? Now, it's all the cake I have, darling. You're going to have to take a blueberry treat, all right? Going to have to. Try you again, this one. You will like them once you get... Don't drop it again. Miracle's picking that one up. After all that... See? Yes? It's away. It's away. There, you see? You did like it. Knew you would. Good girl. Another one? Another one? Yeah. Come on. Yes? I think she does like them. She's not just that good at taking them. Fancy Nancy and Clancy out running about here this morning. Look, picking up any bits of grain that's fallen out of the bales. Right, I'm wanting to have a wee look at all the weather reports, but I'm getting drawn to giving some donkeys some carrots and things. Are you going to give us a smile for getting that? Huh? Come on then. You chew that. Right. Who thinks she's going to give us a smile? Come on. Come on. She's got her ears back. She thinks somebody's coming. Yes? Cue smile. Come on. She's looking a bit forlorn this morning, isn't she? Come on. No. We're not going to get one, I'm afraid. Right, just let me get... my cold's still, and we're well over it. We're well over the voice is back. Feeling 100%, but it's funny how your kind of nose still drips a bit. Sorry about that. How rude. Anybody else caught in the eye of this storm at the minute? Get them in the comments and let us have a wee look, see where you are. And I hope praying you are all staying safe. Lynn says in Bathgate, just heading out to start tying stuff down the garden. My goodness. She's coming back online later. Now, power obviously is still on here. There's been a lot of preparation, a lot of messages coming through from the power supply companies saying that they're prepared, and of course the warning's out not to travel if you don't need to. Business is shut. As I said, we have decided we're one of them, so our team members don't need to come out endangering themselves on the way here. So it's kind of essential services only that are operating today. Yes, it's scary times, and I know early this morning, just before I was getting up, about 5:25, an alarm came on outside, and I wondered what it was. Looked out the window, and it was our new van, and the alarm was going off basically because it just, the wind was shaking it about, and it had censored the motion alarm on it. It kept bleeping on and off till we went out and turned it off. So yeah, there's lots of different aspects to this, honestly. Shazzy Sugar Boss says it's 43 degrees Celsius, and wow, 43 degrees in Celsius in Alice Springs in Australia just now. Wow. 6:36 rules apply. More than ever today, you have to let me know where you are. Number one rule, where you are and what's your weather like. And our devotions this morning, just for those of you out there who are maybe alone, and it's a very scary thing when you're in the house and you're hearing that wind whistling outside, and it must be more scary or uneasy when you're on your own, especially. That's Willow, by the way. So just to give you a little bit of encouragement this morning, our devotions are taken from Isaiah 41 verse 10. Don't be afraid, for I am with you, says the Lord. Don't be discouraged, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will hold you up with my victorious right hand. Amen. And may the Lord bless the reading of his wonderful word this morning, especially for you, if you're, till this storm passes, and praying that everybody can stay safe. And if you'll join me in praying for those that do need to come out, who are looking after us. Lord, look after everybody who's on the emergency services this morning, and those who are there to look after us, that are coming out to protect us and keep us. Watch over them and keep them, and keep us all safe. We pray in Jesus' name. Amen. It's we're expecting the worst of the wind come 10 o'clock this morning. So anybody who's not to go to work today, probably not going to be going out, and we're praying that any things from your garden, etc. And from here in the farm park, everything's well tied down. It's not going to go anywhere where it shouldn't. This is a very unusual situation we're in this morning with being under an amber warning and to be under a red warning. I mean, it's quite extraordinary, especially for such a long period of time, because it's from now until 6 o'clock tonight. I think she's goosing up for a little smile now. Tina says it's 8 degrees in Pennsylvania in the USA. Rebecca says amen. Linda says amen, absolutely. And air, the wind is terrible, says Claire. We've already... Terrible here already, dreading it when it gets worse, yeah. So, stick in there. And will the sheep be okay, says Susie? The sheep will be fine. We have brought everybody in that we can. That's why Dinky and Bruce are in their own special apartment up here. The sheep outside will be fine. They're going to get blown about a wee bit, but everybody's, yeah, can you hear it out there? Their hay hecks were all filled up yesterday. And the rain, yes, I can't comment how much rain there's been overnight, but I see down in the field at the car park, I could see the water glistening this morning. So there has been a bit of rain, and there is a bit of localised flooding, or certainly down in that field. And there was a warning put out locally yesterday on Facebook for some localised flooding. As you will know, because we moved the lambs off the river field yesterday in anticipation. Because when you're getting wind coming through like this, or a storm forecast, it's only natural there's going to be a bit of rain. How much there's going to be, we don't know, but it's more the wind that they're all... It's really gusting. It wasn't too bad when we came on. It's more the wind they're worried about. And funnily enough, or strangely enough, it was just last weekend there, last year, that we had the terrible storm here as well. And the huge big tree at Joan Fee's house came down, sadly. The tree had been there for, I don't know, could have been there for hundreds of years, right in their front garden and across their driveway. Bruce, you just spat at Dinky, and I got that in the ear. Excuse me very much. So just please. Hey, Dinks. Yeah, so these are the two new best buds. Aren't you? What do you think of Dinky? Think of that carrot. Ooh. Yes. And please don't spit again when your mouth's full of carrot. Oh, hang on. Wait, we can't forget these two in here. Yeah, so it was just last year to last weekend that we had probably the worst winds that we've had for many a year, because, as I say, Joan Fee's big tree came down, and what a mess that made. Because Farmer Fee just sent through some pictures of us up clearing it all up from the driveway with Archie sitting on my knee on the digger. Oh, scary. Now that's keeping you chewing for a little minute. Hey, Dinky. Rascal. He caught my knuckle and wasn't letting go. Hello, Zarette. How do you think one of these? Here. Right. Somebody's pooped in the drinker. It's not very nice for you. Let's get that cleaned out. Who was it? Right. Why have you went away over there? Here you are. Are you scared of your pal? Come on. Now don't be too fussy. Come on. Come on. Right. Yep. Come on. Come on. You know what? If you get them an unusual nut or a piece of meal, they do a bit of sniffing about at it, but once they get onto them, like Scary here. Yes, Darry, he was so well behaved this morning. So well behaved. Here you are. There you go. Right, let me see. Mary's asking who dropped the poo in the water. I know that's what they do. That's why I have to check the waters every day, because what they do is, well, you know what they do is, but what they do, they scratch their bum. They're always looking for something to scratch or itch themselves on. Scratch their bum on the water trough, and then one thing leads to another. Now, those of you who we have up, our Farmer Ben advertised earlier in the week that there's a bar in there, pin in there. It shouldn't be in there. We were doing, the scanner was coming today to scan the sheep and goats. We have had to cancel them. So no scanning today at 2 p.m, sadly. We've been so looking forward to it. It was very short notice that he was coming, but obviously with the storm raging, it's going to make it... One, we wouldn't be able to stream it because of the wind, because you wouldn't hear anything. And two, it'd be a bit be unadvisable to be outside in that trying to scan sheep. So the scanner Duncan will not be coming today. He did want to come yesterday once we cancelled him, but again, weather conditions weren't the best, so we've had to postpone the scanning, sadly. So we're not going to be doing that today. So again, for those of you in the local area, we are closed today. Toy shop's closed, play area is closed, diner is closed, as is most other things in Dumfries and Galloway today. There's nothing going on at all. If anybody's in the local area, let me know, just for public service information. I know the big Tesco's advertised last night that they are closed until 6 p.m. tonight, actually. They're open at 6 p.m. tonight, hopefully when the storm passes. If anybody else is local, let us know if any of the other supermarkets are closed. Very unfortunate, our local Country Supplies just across the bypass where we get the puppers' food, they're also closed today, which is not very handy because I am out of puppy food. We're going to need to nip to... They've been getting a little bit of wet food, which I've been getting from the cash and carry. So I'm going to need to nip there and try and get... out. They got the last two little pouches this morning. We have no puppy food left at all, so I'm going to have to go looking for that. Leslie says, best decision to cancel. You know what? We were swaying last night. And I know there were so many businesses coming on saying we're closed tomorrow. Lorna says the online shop's still open. Yes, Lorna, effectively. Yeah, so if you're desperate today to go shopping, our online shop's still open. Thank you for reminding me of that. Yes, it is. Megan says, can you film some of the storm for us to see? We sure will. Now, we can't see much at the minute because it's very dark outside. I don't see no moon on the way up here. No stars. The only thing was trying to film it when we're outside. The wind's going to be very, as it is coming through just now, it's going to play havoc with the microphone. Margaret says Tesco and Annan is closed today as well. Donna says, doesn't matter what Amazon deliver, no matter what. Will the deliveries be out today? I don't know. Poor wee Amazon man flying about trying to deliver parcels. I know the local garden centre's closed. What else is closed? Natalie says, I'm in Ecclefechan. And hang on. Tesco's shut till 6. Wind's picking up. Sophie's on from Mason's Cave this morning. It's a bit breezy. It is, Sophie. And I know you've had a little bit of trouble this week, and we've been thinking about you, bless you. You've lost one or two of your little guinea pigs. Never easy, no matter how many you've had. So we have been thinking about you. Here she goes. We knew it would come. Come on, smile for everybody during this windy day. There you are. Yes, you get one of those for that. And again, if you haven't ever heard of Mason's Cave's page, check it out. you have never seen so many guinea pigs in your whole life. It's like a choir at feeding time. And then Chantel says you can hear the wind in the mic. Yes, and then it's all calm again. So yeah, it's just that kind of blustery coming through. So it's the day, if you don't need to travel, if you're local, stay indoors. And we here in Dumfries and Galloway, yes, we're under a red until from 10 a.m. this morning, but it's further north. Jackie in the Isle of Arran. Carol Lordimill's on. Good morning, Carol. Carol, I've missed you. I haven't seen you on for ages. Maybe I've just missed your comments. Hope you're well. Carol from Indiana. Carol was here for a fortnight with Gaila last year, and they became part of the Dalscone team. Used to come up here at 2 o'clock and help me with the feeding, and we missed you dearly. And we're looking forward to your return soon, Carol and Gaila. Jackie, another one of our faithful Dalsconies, who lives on the Isle of Arran, which is just further north of us, off the west coast. Jackie, you're going to be getting shaken about a bit this morning on Arran, and I hope you stay safe up there. And Cammy, think about Cammy this morning. He is right slam bang in the middle of the storm up in Kilmarnock, outside Kilmarnock. Anybody in Glasgow and just further north, that's where it's going to be hitting hard. So keep an eye on the news, and as I say, if you don't need to go out, stay where you are. Claire messaged last night, Farmer Ben's wife, and she had been out, and she says the roads outside, now this is after like 7 o'clock, we were in for the night, and she messaged to say the roads are exceptionally busy. All right, and she was at the supermarket. Supermarkets are exceptionally busy. It was almost kind of like a little bit of panic buying last night, and we were like, it'll be all right. Next thing, post comes up on Facebook that big supermarket is closed. All right, okay, so that's close to 6 o'clock tonight anyhow. So yes, just how many places will be open for essential supplies today, I'm not so sure, and I still haven't. Lorraine says dustbins dancing in the streets in Clydebank. It's shake, rattle and roll, my goodness. Winds hitting 55 miles an hour in North Ayrshire, says McFlusey. Let us know what it's like where you are. Jenny says praying for those in the path of the winds. It is scary. June says news on now, Pete. You are in the red area. Oh, all right, all right. We kept moving it a bit yesterday. 1 minute we're in the red and then we weren't. But you can kind of hear outside. Emma says that's true. I went to Tesco's last night after work in Dundee, and it was really busy. Yeah, it's blowing a hoolie and bigger, says Anne. Yeah, it's coming right in through this side of the shed. Now, fortunately, I don't know if you caught Ben's live last night, but he was we'll have to address Farmer Ben's behaviour, will we? Did you see his live last night, anybody? And what himself and Sean the sheep, the builder, Sean the sheep, his best pal. You cannot let those two out together beyond the gates of Dalscone, because it just goes to disaster. If you didn't catch his story last night about their journey, their expedition to the Champions League game. Whoa, here she comes, girls. Steady. The Champions League game in Glasgow on Wednesday night. I mean, you would, I hadn't heard. Joe and I were up putting the gale breaker on the end of that shed, because we only had three up. knew the winds were going to be coming that way. Here, Spotty. So I was listening. I had heard a tiny little bit of the saga of what had happened, but I hadn't had the full story. So while he was here telling the story, we were up here putting this gale breaker up, and that's only when I had heard what had went on. So you're going to need to watch Farmer Ben's live last night, and you know what? If you didn't know it was true, there's no way you would actually think that was true, what had happened. Yeah, behaviour zilch, right, from the pair of them. Anyway, we'll say Marvel. Whoa, that was a big zoomer. Are you interested in a nut, or she's just going about? I was thinking about Marvel last night actually, and I don't know if how many of our new Dalsconies are on here since last. When was Marvel born? Some of our wonderful followers on here will be able to tell me. Was it February or March last year? Or anyway, Marvel's got quite a fascinating story, and I don't think it's told enough. Hey, Annie. Yes, and you have too, darling. You have. Here. Miracle, don't be horrible to. Here, right, Marvel, here. Now, Marvel, for those of you who don't know, all right, it's as Miracle is, she's well named, but Marvel is too, because her mum was a greyface Dartmoor. Just if you've time for a wee quick story during this storm, all right, and we have a very small herd of greyface Dartmoors, but we had a slightly bigger herd at that time, and they were due to lamb slightly earlier than the main flock last spring 2004. And what's that noise? Something rattling very badly at the back of the shed. The donkeys are getting a little bit scared as well. Some of the tins rattling at the back of the shed, and they don't like it. As the puppers didn't this morning. I want to let the pups out the door of the workshop. The alarm came on in the van, which was just parked outside, as I told you earlier, because it was getting blown about. And the wind was howling. Meg came out, but Floss was not for coming out at all. She was terrified. So even the dogs are slightly uneasy. Marvel, yes. Where are you, darling? Come on here to tell everybody. Our small herd of grey-faced Dartmoors, we brought them in to the shed before lambing. They were in this pen just in front of us. If you know the story, I apologise, but I think it's worth having a wee go over it. So the herd came in. Where are you all? Now, if you sit you there, what do you think about that? You come here. The herd came in, and we were getting more and more worried about them because as the days went on, the ewes were looking worse and worse. They were losing weight. No matter how much we fed them, they were losing weight. And they had all been dosed. Dennis, stop it. They'd all been dosed for worms and had all their vitamins, and they were getting well fed. But we just couldn't get the mums to put on any more weight. So we had to get the vet involved, and it turned out that the mums had picked up lungworm, which wasn't detectable in any of the tests that were done, and it had to have a specific treatment to get rid of it. By the time we discovered this, we had already lost one or two of the mums, sadly. But there was another one or two of them that we knew we weren't going to be able to save, but they were still pregnant. They were still carrying babies. So we had to have an emergency cesarean on one of the mums to try and save the babies. And one of those babies, yes, Dennis, was Marvel. So we did an emergency cesarean to get the baby out of that particular mum. And the baby that came out was this big lump here. Yes, Marvel. And as soon as the vet was able to deliver her. Farmer Ben did his magic, and he was able to work with her while the vet was working with Marvel's mum. Sadly, her mum didn't make it even a few minutes after the cesarean. It was just too much for her. So we were left with Marvel to raise on the bottle. And we already had one miracle, and we had to get another name that suited her. So, seeing that she was a special gift, and she was somewhat of a miracle. What's the other word for a miracle? It's a marvel. So that's why she's called Marvel. Just in case you didn't know. And I was thinking about her last night, and I thought the story's too good not to share. So that's why she's out and about all the time, and that's why we're always mentioning her, because she's one of our babies. You want another? I've got another one. Hang on. It's in the other pocket. So most of these ones are out running about. If you're new to the channel, we've got our special superstars. Miracle here is one of them as well. She's a wee bit older. She's got her own story and videos made about it. I don't think we've made enough videos about Marvel. We really must put one together. And Dennis, who's here, causing havoc. Well, he's just complete mustard, as we would say. All right, excuse me. So I think I've maybe got a carrot. I don't think is she going to want a carrot? But isn't she beautiful? Isn't she? Look at that. Does that not do your heart good this morning? It does. The Miracle does love her, but just in a kind of funny way. Yeah, she's good. Right, let me have a wee look and see. Use all comments. Right, come on over here then. Come on, let's have a see. Let's have a look. Come on. Can somebody see? I'm not in a rush this morning because we're not needing to get anywhere. Nowhere to go, nowhere to be. Anne-Marie says Marvel and Simone yes, Simone was our best pal. She was one of her other little goats. Well, she didn't have such a story. It's just her mum didn't have enough milk, and we used to have to help feed her a wee bit. Chantel says, I remember as well, her mum was number 10. Was her mum number 10? Wow. Because we had all the... That's right. Because we had all the grey-faced Dartmoors numbered, didn't we? And we were watching them on the Twitch cameras at the time, and it was getting everybody to guess who was going to give birth first. But sadly, we didn't know that the mums were suffering with the lungworm. Monica says, no, Marvel's mum was number 2. Oh no. Let's not get into an argument here. I can't really remember, but on further investigation, because we had them all numbered 1 to 10. Number 10 says Carolyn. It was such a sad day. It was, you know, it was. But you have to take the positives out of these tragedies. And we've got her now, Miracle. Let's turn these around again, and I can have a wee, because I'm way up close. Now, it's been quite a week. We've been to Glasgow Gift Fair. We've been to London. We had our 636 from. Did you like the 636 from London? I know it's no farm related, but I enjoyed sharing it with you all. London was so cool. I don't know if I've already said this. It was so cool. It was almost and I know I was on with Connor during the week. These two. Now, Dennis, you can't have everything all your own way. It was just so magical on Tuesday morning because the day was beautiful. It was calm. It was cold, but not cold. If you know that perfect temperature. And it was not overly busy, but busy enough. It was just the classic kind of day you would imagine London was like. And it was almost like being on a kind of movie set or somewhere, almost being like being at Disney. It didn't seem real. But it was, yeah, very enjoyable. But as I was saying on the drive home the other day, it was purely business. All right, there was no pleasure involved in this, but sometimes you are allowed to have enjoy your business trips. All right, it's Kingpin. Excuse me. Look, but what on earth? Like that? Have you finished? I'm sorry, everybody's coughed all over you and me. And if you wonder what we're doing down at the London Toy Fair, because we have got our retail toy shop. Yes, we've got a toy shop. If you're new to the channel, if you haven't been here before, you might be thinking, what the earth? I thought they were farmers. Well, we are, but we've got a toy shop here, right on the farm. Yeah, probably one of the weirdest combinations that you could ever imagine. But yeah, that's what it is. Saying that, if you'd like to see more about that, the Farmer Alice is looking after our... That was so rude. That was so rude, Kingpin. Stop it! No! Enough! I'm leaving my hat alone. Farmer Alice is looking after the Dalscone toy and gift page. Alright, now we have got our separate pages. And so that the main farm page doesn't get filled with too much retail activity. Alright, we've got the Dalscone toy and gift shop page. And if you would, I was asking our Dalsconies yesterday, if you haven't already, please nip on there and give that a follow. It went up like 400 followers yesterday, and Farmer Alice was so excited, tickled pink to get some more followers on there. She'll be on there every day. If it's not Farmer Alice, it'll be world famous Julianne, and they'll be telling you what new products are available from our retail shop, be it in the toy industry or in the kind of household gift department, and they're really passionate about it. Really passionate about it and keen to share all that with you. So please check that out. As well as our... You're going to say, how many pages can Dalscone have? But we're trying to keep it all in kind of different genres, if you like. We've got our new Dalscone daily page, where you'll get your daily updates on how the farm park is getting on, as we head towards opening day on the 31st of March. Excited about that, but oh my goodness, there's so much work to do. We can't afford any down days. This is going to be a down day, all right? No workmen out today, too dangerous, in case something... They can't work outside in this. Can't work outside in this, and it's... I'm out of carrots, I'm sorry. I'm out of treats as well. Sorry, Kingpin. So we're missing a day today. We're going to be one day behind. Every day is every day's precious at the minute. What the earth have you got in your throat? All right, okay. Cough it up. Thank you. As well as our wonderful subscribers group on Facebook, for extra Dalscone content. And for the price of a small coffee, once a month, you get extra Dalscone content and into one of the best communities on Facebook, all right? You guys rock. We've also got our... I'll keep going on. Our YouTube members page. If you're not a Facebook person, you get all the extra content on there as well. He's not giving up. What is it he's got against my hat? Anyway. Has anybody said coffee time yet? Susan says, hi Farmer Pete from windy Suffolk. Christine says, I follow all three pages. Now, I think we are going to be on the Dalscone toy and gift page. Now, I think we're going to be kicking 4,000 members today. Can we get that to 5,000 members by the end of the day? Is that too big an ask? Can I ask you all just to give it a follow or a like and keep a wee eye on it? And there's so much great stuff in there. If you're wondering how on earth or what the earth, how we got to be in a toy shop, all right, which is totally separate. It's on the farm. It's on the farmyard. If you haven't been, if you wonder how on earth we got toy shop, well, it's a long story. It's probably too long to tell. And that's why we were down at the toy fair in London this week. That they showcase all the new products. And we had a fancy Nancy Clancy appointment with Lego, all right, in the secret Lego stand, where you can only get on with an appointment to see all the new stuff, which we did. But was the just saying, all right. Yes, they treated us very well. We've got a wee tour around, seen all the new products. But was it slightly lackluster? Was it not as much as we were expecting? Maybe. I mean, they had no sandwiches or vol-au-vents for us. Yes, we got to see all the new products, but yeah, it was very good. But maybe the anticipation was more than the stand. But we did see all the new products, so they will be added to the toy store as well. Anyway, I like the way he stopped coughing, so he's went away. Has anybody said coffee time yet? Let me see. Can we hear more London stories, said Mitzi. How long have you got? And what time is it? 7:25. Hey, well, yes, you can. That's what one or two of you were asking. On the toy and gift... Okay, can I tell you? Just a wee... Let me tell you this little story. Wallow, you finished? At the toy fair in London, they get all... And it was very heavily influenced by influencers this year, by the way. I think there was four. There's Farmer Pete 4. There was 4 different new toys that have been released that were all associated with YouTube influencers across the world, which was, I think that's the first for us. Some of them we've never heard of, and one of them in particular has got on. Check this out on YouTube. They have got 40.5 million subscribers, and it's a kids channel, obviously. That I've had a quick look. I think it's called Lanky Box. It's American, but 40.5 million subscribers. I mean, what the earth? Anyway, there's lots of different celebrities there. I'm saying lots. I've seen 2, I think. Stephen Mulhern was there, who in this country he's a comedian, but he's a TV presenter, very popular, and he hosts a show called Catchphrase, I think, and there's another one which I can't remember. I'm sure somebody will put it on here. And those 2 TV shows that he does have got board games associated with them. So he was there, I take it, promoting that. So he went goosing by when I was doing a little YouTube video thing on my, what do you call it, GoPro. So he goes by. So when we came back, I got a little clip of that because he's a big personality, big celebrity. And I put it on the toy and gift shop page, just as a wee ditty, you know, wee funny thing. And Farmer Alice says, who has been on my page putting things on it? So I better not touch it anymore. But let's see what she's got to put on today, because the shop's closed. But we'll have to keep you up to date with all that's going on there. Yeah, Stephen goes by. I said, "Oi, Stephen, yeah, Pete." I said, "How are you getting on?" I said, "Fine." He says, what are you doing down in London? I says, we're just down for a few days, checking out what's new for the shop. He says, he says, I'm really meaning to get up and see what's going on in the shop. I've heard so much about it. I says, you're welcome anytime. Just come up, bring Aunt and Dec with you. I says, Stephen, you got an awful lot of makeup on today. I mean, he was Oompa Loompa. He's all done up for the cameras. So, none of that's true. None of that's true. No, sorry. I was just seeing how far I could take it. Yes, he was there. Did we speak? No. Just let him goose on by, all right? Get very nervous in those situations, okay? So, I know there was one or two of you asking what we said to Stephen, but we just left him alone. We did a little GoPro. I tried to put a YouTube video together with the GoPro. Didn't know how to work the blooming thing properly. And it's not great, but I think Christoph's trying to do something with it, so I should have stuck to the phone. And at least, because when you film with the GoPro, you can't go back on like 2 minutes later and have a wee look to see how you've done, or if it's worked, or if the sound's right, because you have to plug it into the computer. So I should have stuck to my phone. Right, let's head out. We better put these guys in. Are you coming? Hang on. Come on then. We'll get you back in. Right, I'll put them back in. Oh, I like the way Fancy, Nancy and Clancy, our three guinea fowl, are mixing in with the celebrities here. Marvel, Annie, Miracle, Clancy. That one seems a lot smaller than these two, doesn't it? Or is it just my eyes? Not so sure. Treats are all done. The wind's still blowing. I'm ready for a coffee. And fill up my flask with hot water and charging everything, says Sharon. Well, that's a very good decision, because you know what? Just in case the electricity goes off, that's maybe a heads up for everybody. Yeah, get prepared. Get prepared, because I think the worst is still to come. 10 o'clock this morning before I think it fully hits here. Right, I think I should go. Thank you so much for joining us on this morning's 6:36. Listen, can you hear that out there? It's a coming. You don't need to go out. Stay in, everybody. Stay safe. God bless all those who are out there looking after us. And yeah, I hope it passes without any incident. This has been the 6:36 Club. Thank you for joining me. God willing, we'll be back on Tuesday morning. We'll be back throughout the day to keep us updated with what's going on outside. But yeah, I'm looking at the curtains blowing about here. I feel it's building. Stay safe. From Farmer Pete, Trish's Toys, I'm off for a coffee. And then we'll be back out to get everybody fed up. Remember, Dalscone closed today, as is most of the things in Dumfries and Galloway and the surrounding areas. So we don't need to go out. All schools, colleges, council, associated things, museum. I can't say that. You know what I mean. All the council stuff, all closed. I'm off. See you soon. Ta-da! Say bye, guys. Say bye, Miracle. See you later. Ta.